It's a big month today with latter round stages of both the FA Cup and the Europa League. We've AC Milan in the round of 16. We've a lot to be done today, and hopefully we can get some good results. We've a huge game in the Premier League as well against Manchester United at Goodison Park, where we could really do with getting 3 points. I want to start this one off though by saying I hear you with your transfer feedback. There were a number that were a number of thumbs up comments as well, so it wasn't just a handful of comments, it was a number of thumbs up comments too, of people slightly unhappy about the way that I handled the transfer window with regards bids from larger teams. I want you to know, I hear you, and moving forward, I will certainly at the very least consider and try and negotiate those bids from bigger teams until we're at the point where we're on a par. We're only in the Europa League, we're aiming for the Champions League of course, but there are sides that are already in the Champions League that were bidding for my players. I was turning them away, hoping to kind of take the current squad that we've got to that level. But there was the feedback that you guys would rather I at least try and negotiate a great deal for some of my higher rated players if there are bids that come from big teams like Bayern or Manchester City or Barcelona, etc. So I'm open to doing that, and I will do that moving forward. Thank you for that feedback. It is essential to the success of any given YouTube series that you guys agree with what's going on and are on board with the decisions that are made. And not only that, you guys are part of the save. You guys always on this channel have been part of the decision-making process in transfer windows and outside of transfer windows with things that we do for years on this channel, and I want that to continue. So I hear you, and I will absolutely take that feedback on board and move things around in a different way. I also saw a comment saying that Dominic Calvert-Lewin was unhappy with his current contract, which you are correct. He is unhappy with his current contract. He's on £72,000 a week, has an important squad role, and would like, presumably, to renegotiate a higher wage. He does have 3 years left on his current contract, so I don't know if they'd perhaps want much more of an extension, but I will absolutely offer him the crucial squad role because that'll be what he's after, and he'll want a price hike as well. Contract extension-wise, I will try and add an extra couple of years to it if we can. If they don't want no, then maybe they'll be open to a 1 year. If they're not, that's fine. It's not a problem. They are open to a 1 year extension. That's good. I don't want a release clause, rather obviously, and he is after a wage rise. A 2 million bonus for 20 appearances is a bit much. I'd rather give him an extra little bit in the wages. Let's offer him £105,000 a week and a £640,000 bonus and see if he'll take that. Indeed he will. It's a wage hike for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a rather deserved wage hike for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. There are probably a couple of other players that might be slightly unhappy with their contract that I will consider offering new deals to. But we're going to continue this opening part of the intro to the video with the simmed game against Arsenal in the FA Cup. I'm not going to completely rotate the 11, but I am going to change things a little bit. There have been some calls for Ismaila Sarr to get some more first-team football so he can take over from Wilfried Zaha when his rating starts to drop when he gets a little bit older. He's only 29 though, so we should still have plenty of stuff we can get, plenty of performances we can get from Wilf between now and the end of this save. Harvey Barnes I'll put onto the bench for Zaha just to have some extra fresh legs. And that'll be the only changes we make from them. Still happy for Gabama and Zakaria and John Joe Kenny to start. We will sim though. Arsenal look like they're starting a relatively strong side. Going with Weghorst through the middle on this occasion, not Osvaldo Donato, as they did in the last game we played against them, where he scored, but I think we beat Arsenal last time we played them, didn't we? So I've got a slightly rotated side, but still some first team players in there to give us a decent chance of going through in the FA Cup to the next round. Of course, it is a trophy we won last year and would like to win again if we can, but obviously priority goes on the Premier League right now, and if we can qualify for the Champions League via a win in the Europa League, then that would be even better too. As ever, please drop the video a like if you're enjoying this series. Let me know your consistent feedback in the comment section down below. If there's anything else that we mentioned throughout the course of the video, then feel free to leave your feedback on that. I haven't got there yet, so I don't know what we're going to be talking about. But for now, we're going to concentrate on this FA Cup game against Arsenal. We've kept great possession at the beginning of the game. We could be in for a chance to start things off. We've had to go backwards, but we've recycled possession well. Iwobi trying to find some space. A loose pass, unfortunately. 0-0 after 11 minutes. Alan Richarlison has got Iwobi in front of him. There's Moise Keane. There's Alan again. Oh, it was well put together, but cleared away by the Arsenal backline. They've been strong defensively. We've had some possession on the edge of their box, but No way through so far. Richarlison's got options in there. Iwobi's shot is blocked. Who's it going to fall to? It's going to be Arsenal, unfortunately, but we do have the ball back again. Can we squeak a goal before half-time? It doesn't look like we are going to be able to. I'd rather avoid a replay, to be honest, because with the Europa League in the fixture list as well, it's going to get really congested if we end up having to throw even more fixtures into the calendar. I'd love a win to take us through to the next round, but it's going to have to come in the second half if it is. Oh, given away by the Arsenal backline. It's terrible, and it's going to cost them the game. Moise Kean now, as you see, sub, because he's gone off. But with just 6 minutes to go, a calamitous mistake by the Arsenal backline, giving it to their former player. He doesn't play for you anymore, lads. Iwobi's an Everton player. You don't need to pass to him. They have done, though. And we have ourselves a 1-0 lead in this FA Cup tie, and that could be enough to send us through. Unless Arsenal score on this attack, that's us into the next round of this competition. They have a free kick in a really dangerous position. It's whipped in and away and dealt with well. And that is us through to the next round of the competition. Wow. Moise Kean burying it when given the opportunity. Liverpool smacking Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth doing the same to Colchester. West Ham battered Derby too. Unfortunately for Chelsea fans, losing 2-0 to Manchester United. Some big results in that round. Peterborough out of the cup. Good. And I believe the next round is the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Or was that the quarterfinals? No. Next round is the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Prize money has been awarded, so I would imagine then that the next round has been drawn, has it? It hasn't yet. Okay, well, Manchester United in the Premier League coming up next. And what an important game it is. We're 4 points behind them. And they currently sit in that 4th spot that we're after. Big chance to close the gap, or at least ensure that we don't fall further away from it. All right, Manchester United. David De Gea back in the starting lineup. Benjamin Pavard at right back. Romagnoli, Luca Hernandez and Nacho Fernandez at the back. Pogba starts for the first time in forever against us, alongside Donny van der Beek, Mason Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes through the middle with Rashford on the left, and Romelu Lukaku back in a Manchester United shirt through the middle at striker. Unexpected, but certainly a very, very capable player. Used to play for us as well, and was a key part, actually, of my Everton side in FIFA 17 when we managed this side last in a FIFA series. But we have a new man in Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and we've absolute faith in him to be the man to get us where we want to go in this career mode. He's going to be my main striker for the entirety of it, provided that we're able to get ourselves into the Champions League and are able to discourage, basically, any big bids from large teams, because, as I say, I've heard your feedback, and if we do get big bids, I am going to be open to them. We will try and maximise any potential deal, obviously, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin is in to... Oh, I've run that too far, haven't I? And Richarlison trying to find the space to get the second shot away. Fabian James tackled. I can't believe I've run that too far. Oh, it was all set up with the way the commentary piece was going for Dominic Calvert-Lewin to go and score me that goal. And I've taken it too far on. Manchester United have David De Gea to thank and me, really, for running too far. And now they're in with Mason Greenwood. Not as fully fit as they might like him to be, but certainly still going to be a handful. A number of their players aren't quite at full fitness. I have also taken on board, or will also take on board, the feedback to try Ultimate this season as a difficulty setting. In Season 3, we will switch to Ultimate difficulty, and I'll take off the competitor mode. Is Zaha onside here? I thought it was off! 2 clear-cut chances that we aren't going to be able to take because David De Gea's made a great 1v1 save. I was certain Zaha was off. I was just waiting for the whistle to go. Oh my God. How have I not given myself at least a 1-goal lead in this game, if not potentially 2? It's Bruno Fernandes. We might even be going behind in this game. Lukaku, keep him off his left foot. Donny van der Beek to Bruno Fernandes. I tell you what, that's a very good save from Jordan Pickford. Leapt across there really sharply. Fernandes pointing where he wanted it on his left foot. It's a great stop by Jordan Pickford, just pushing that away. Corner for United. Bruno Fernandes to deliver it from that far side. It's been an action-packed opening 25 minutes. Luca Digne is far early as Marcus Rashford. Romagnoli's not going to score from there, I don't think. I certainly hope not. And Gabaman will lift that looking for Zaha. And if I can keep it in, we could be on for a counter-attack. but I can't do it. Lukaku. Nice tackle by Gabama. Zakaria forward to Richarlison. Oh, he's done Nacho Fernandez well and truly. If I can get the right pass, looking for Calvert-Lewin, he's in. And this time, no mistakes. Take the shot early, bury it in the back of the net. Everton lead by a goal to nil, and it had to be him. Greenwood. Oh, found Lukaku, but Allen stepped in. Hello, Paul. No need to be whacking out the fake Rabonas in the middle of midfield, my man. Romelu Lukaku. We do have, thankfully, the physical presence of Dennis Zakaria back there to try and, he's doing it again, Paul Pogba, to try and deal with their physical presence of Romelu Lukaku. Mason Greenwood kind of ran into me there, I think. Don't see that as a foul, personally. Pogba trying to get it back off Fabian. That was legal as well, apparently. I don't think that one was fair. Greenwood lays it back to Pogba. He can bury them from distance. Trying to win it off him with Zakaria. Can't do it. Here's Romelu Lukaku. I'm quite happy for him to be on his right, but he's found Rashford, and thankfully Lucas Digne is in the way. And we will keep our 1-0 lead till half-time, but only because of some properly good defending from our back line. And we're going to need to do that for the full 45 minutes in the second half, I feel. But at least we have a 1-0 lead to go in at the break. Oh, Donny van de Beek giving the ball away really poorly there. James into Richarlison. Oh, lift it. Looking for James. It would have been a lovely assist if the ball had floated over the top to him. Go out wide here to Zaha. Against his former team as well, of course. One of. Brief spell at Manchester United that wasn't really anywhere near as successful as he hoped it would be. Ended up back at Crystal Palace. Now he's doing bits for me here at Everton, although he has had a quieter season this year, I feel, than last. James could slot this through for Richarlison. I think he was just offside. No, he wasn't. It's in. It's 2. And we have ourselves another and some daylight between ourselves and Manchester United. Let's go. Genuinely thought he was off there. A call in the first half where I thought Zaha was off and he wasn't. And oh, it must have been so tight. So tight with Romagnoli. He put his arm up. Linesman was like, nah. Onside, mate. 2-0. Let's go. Zaha. Into Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Forward to Allen. John Joe Kenny is there. We've got him on the back foot here. Got Richarlison there as a near option. I'll look for Calvert-Lewin a little bit further back. Romagnoli cuts it out brilliantly. Fabian. Well, wind up for the shot. Whoa, and it was travelling towards the top corner as well. And De Gea needed to make the save. Oh, it's not the best of angles for the replay to see how close it was to going in. They're taking Lukaku off. Kramaric coming on. Not been able to do it here today. Romelu. Andre Kramaric has torn us apart previously in this save. That hopefully is going to go out for my throw. It is. He's torn us apart previously. So I am going to be wary of him. But with a 2-0 lead, I am contemplating making a couple of changes. I'm going to use John Joe Kenny here. Making a couple of changes to ensure that everybody is fully fit for the game against AC Milan in the midweek. Quickly to Richarlison. Oh, we'll have a corner. I will make some changes now with just over 20 minutes to go. James for Iwobi. Sarr. Do I make the Sarr change? Oh, we'll leave the front line as it is. We'll bring Andre Gomes in for Fabian. That'll just be the 2 changes we make right now. Let's see what we can do from this set piece then. Can we get ourselves a third? If we do, then maybe I will make another change. Whip that in. Calvert-Lewin could be underneath this. Benjamin Pavard is, and it'll be another corner. And we'll try again. Calvert-Lewin is always the target, although it's Richarlison that's underneath this one. I think that came off Pavard again. It is a third back-to-back corner. Digne to deliver. Can we finally find Calvert-Lewin? We can, but he can't get it in the back of the net. Allen. Forward to Iwobi. Time's almost up here, although 4 minutes have been added on as stoppage time. That's a surprise. Kramaric through the gap to Bruno Fernandes. They might get one back here, United. Oh, it's a poor choice of pass. He had other options on. He went for the tough sweat when there was a man in the way. And it's poor decision-making from Bruno Fernandes that's cost Manchester United a chance there. And as we win possession back here, that'll be all she wrote at Goodison Park. That is arguably one of the biggest wins of the entire save so far. Purely for its importance and in our top 4 chase. Absolutely vital that we won that game and thrilled to have done so. We will certainly go to a post-match interview and bask in the glory and boost morale slightly more if we can. We've got AC Milan coming up midweek, so certainly we needed to go into that in good form. And a win in the Cup and a win in the League. We defended really well, which certainly gave us a platform to push on and get that victory. Up against Manchester United, your team were able to turn things around spectacularly. Great win. Everton, we pride ourselves on our resilience, is what I'll say. And then the final question, that has to go down as a very impressive win. I'm sure you're happy with the 2-0 scoreline. How satisfied was I with the overall performance? Absolutely delighted with it. I know that we can always score goals, and you guys know we can always score goals as well. Everybody knows that this Everton side scores goals. We are the highest scoring side in the division, and we're getting closer and closer to that 4th spot. Up next for us, though, is a trip to Italy, to San Siro and Milan for a game in the Europa League. Donnarumma in goal, of course, for AC Milan. We've got Calabria, Kier, Caldara and William Carvalho at left back. I think it's William. I might be wrong. Kessié and Kondogbia holding. Chervi on the left, who was offered to us by Benfica earlier in the window, or earlier in the season. Or was it actually by AC Milan? We were offered him in the window, but I think it might have... I'm pretty sure it was Benfica, wasn't it, that bid for someone and threw Chervi in there. I'm not sure, actually. I'd have to double check. I will just wait and see and just confirm. That's going to show me the same thing. I need the other one. Exactly who that right back or left back is for them. Oh, no, it's just William. I don't know who that is, I'm afraid, off the top of my head. William, a right back. Kondogbia, Kessié, Castillejo, Chervi, Giuliano, the Brazilian, and Ante Rebic up top at striker for them here. AC Milan, they've done well to get themselves this far. So have we. Let's go and assert our dominance in an away leg, if we can. Same way we did against Napoli. Allen. Forward to James. Just knock that back to Tom Davies, who's in for the suspended Fabian. Fabian. Oh, is that going to bend? Not quite. Fabian out with a suspension after just picking up too many yellow cards so far in this season's competition. Trying to bend that into that corner. It didn't quite work for me, unfortunately. But not to worry. There's plenty of time left to get a shot on target and grab some away goals. Richarlison is going to go again. Calvert-Lewin through. Richarlison's kind of going to be on his own here. Or can I get it to Calvert-Lewin? I can. I'm sorry, Milan. I'm sorry. I've got to do what I've got to do to get myself some away goals. Calvert-Lewin won't score many easier than that. Great breakaway by Richarlison, to be fair. I nearly took that too far. And then also, by taking a touch with Calvert-Lewin first, nearly allowed Donnarumma to get back to me. Thankfully, we are still able to score the goal, and simply so. How many goals has he scored now? 2 goals in the Europa League thus far this season. He's not been that heavily involved in the cup football. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Moise Kean doing the business for us in other games. But scoring goals in the Premier League and in the Europa League today for us, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And hopefully there's more to come. Giuliano inside to Kessié. Across to Jeffrey Kondogbia quickly to Ante Rebic. Oh, nicely intercepted. But they've still won it back. Good footwork from Dino there. Needed that just to ensure that they didn't get it back off me. Come on then, James. What you got? Zaha's onside this time, but Calabria's a lot closer to me. Nice turn. Into Calvert-Lewin. It could be Tom Davies on the far side of Richarlison if he can get himself onside. Which he can't do, and nor can he bury it in the back of the net, frustratingly either. It promised so much, that counter-attack, and unfortunately delivered so little. Kessié. Going to get themselves an equaliser before half-time? No, not if their passing's that bad. Richarlison into Calvert-Lewin. I'm going to have to use Big Brazilian again. We'll float it, and he's going to get there first here, Calvert-Lewin, and this could be a second. He's so good in front of goal. Really pleased that you guys made the decision to improve his weak foot, because that's certainly a factor there. Let it go a little bit too far, I thought, with that loose touch, but a rambunctious finish. And I'll be honest, I don't even know what rambunctious means. It's just a big word that came to my mind. Oh, what a finish. Rambunctious. Rambunctious is uncontrollably exuberant. Yes, we'll go with it. A rambunctious finish from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. James into the path of John Joe Kenny, encouraging him forward. Richarlison, we will also encourage forward. Their backline has stepped a couple of times, AC Milan, and it is going to cost them this game, I feel. The defensive line has been questionable time and time again, and we have gotten through and scored a couple of good goals. Giuliano trying to be creative now, going the other way. Got the second leg coming up against Milan in a week's time. There's a game coming up. Oh, that's the FA Cup final. Drawn against Bournemouth. I think actually it's going to be the next game, which will actually end up simulating that hadn't been drawn last time I looked at the calendar. Evidently now it has. James Looking for Calvert-Lewin. A perfect ball again. And he's in. Dominic. Oh, what a save! What a save from Gianluigi Donnarumma. That is one of the best we've seen this season. I put so much power on that to try and ensure that it went in. And with the very, very tip of his fingertips, he's poked that onto the post. That's a phenomenal stop. That is a wonderful stop. And now Ante Rebic is in at the other end, and they might be getting a goal back here, AC Milan. Oh, it's great footwork. Still trying to find the space for the shot, though, Ante Rebic. Or even to find a teammate, maybe now. Does have teammates there. He's only found Gabama. That's a waste. I think that sort of play on competitor mode, whilst there is some improvements coming to competitor mode in the next patch that hasn't yet arrived on console, I don't believe. There's a third away goal. You guys on PC will have to let me know, because as far as I'm aware, the patch isn't out yet on console, and there are a number of changes coming to competitor mode in that patch. Is the AI improved with competitor mode in scenarios like that, and defending the counter-attack with the PC patch? Let me know. Like I said earlier on in the episode, I'm probably going to play Ultimate next season with competitor mode off, as you guys have recommended that is pretty good this year, so I'll give it a go. But for the time being, we'll finish the season with the settings as they are. I don't want to change mid-year. But it's 3-0 here away from home against AC Milan, and that is going to offer us the opportunity to sim the second leg and get ourselves through in a very similar fashion to the game against Napoli. Oh, we could be in to make a fourth. Could be in to make a fourth. James. I might have overdone that slightly. Richarlison, can we use that 5-star weak foot? No. We still find the chance. Zaha's there. Calvert-Lewin through that gap. A defender step deep. Donnarumma with a big save. We aren't going to make it 4, but we are still going to get the victory here and still go through to the next round of this European competition. There's the final whistle. Solid victory at San Siro. Really pleased with that. 3 good away goals to send us, hopefully, comfortably through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League, which may even be drawn later in the month. I'm not sure. It's going to be a really hectic end to the season, but solid performance from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. 2 goals today. No hat-trick for him on this occasion. I think it's Bournemouth next, then in the Cup, then the the second leg against AC Milan. In the box to start the game here against Bournemouth. Bit of a kick clash, really. A colour clash, at least. I'm glad that I've got the squares on rather than them both being in circles. Otherwise, it might be quite hard to commentate this. Moise Keane into Alex Iwobi. Tackled, unfortunately, on the edge of the box. You can see my starting lineup on the left. Ismaila Sarr, Moise Keane and Harvey Barnes as the front 3. Alan and Andre Gomez sat behind Alex Iwobi. They're playing a 4-5-1 Bournemouth with Dom Solanke up top, very much on his own. It's almost like a 4-1-4-1, in fact, with Ulvestad sat a little bit deeper than those in front of him in the centre of midfield. So I don't expect Bournemouth to do that much attacking. And we've started off really well with a goal for Alex Iwobi there. We should comfortably, hopefully, in this game as well, get ourselves through to the next round of this cup competition. We'll sim this one. We'll sim the game against AC Milan in the Europa League as well after this. And then we can go and play it. I think it was Aston Villa or West Ham. Might have been Aston Villa at the end of the month, to ensure that we can get another set of 3 points in the Premier League and really crack on towards those top 4 spots. We could, if results go our way, we could end today's episode in a Champions League spot. Oh, Wober's in again. Oh, he hit the woodwork. It's bounced back, hit the keeper, and nearly gone over the line. Would have been quite a calamitous way to score an own goal, and very unlucky for Bournemouth, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately. Still just the 1-0. Whilst there is only 1, you don't have full confidence, because we do have a leaky goal in us. Good save by Jordan Pickford. Got Michael Keane starting at centre-back with Montiel at left-back as well. 2 of the other changes made in this Everton side to take on Bournemouth here today. But we're doing all right in the first half. We've done enough so far. Let's keep that going in the next 45, and then we should be good. Moise Keane in a dangerous position. He's got support there from Montiel. Inside. All the way across. All the way across the box. 1 player at a time, and Andre Gomez is there to bury it. That'll do. 2-0. Adam Smith inside. Ulvestad. It's going to end with a goal for Bournemouth here. They're not out of it yet. David Brooks bags 1 back for Bournemouth. And with 17 minutes to go, I've made a change. Alan off, Tom Davis on to play alongside Andre Gomez. And hopefully we can hold out with those fresh legs in the middle. That'll help keep the ball moving around. We'll be able to see the game out. We may even be standing in the chance of scoring a third, potentially. Moise Keane's in a good position, but he can't get the shot away. 9 minutes to go. We just need to hold on. Oh, it's a lovely switch. It might be in. They might be in. They've scored again. Dom Solanke with the equaliser. With 5 minutes to go, Bournemouth have turned it around. Well, that's frustrating because... Actually, no, it won't be a replay because this is a quarter-final. So it should go straight to penalties, actually, or to extra time. Extra time, I think. Oh, I don't need extra time! What's extra time? You don't need an extra 30 minutes because Moise Keane has buried it with practically the last kick of the game to send us to Wembley. I believe that was an FA Cup quarter-final. So we should be at Wembley for a semi a little bit later on. Oh, Moise, that was absolutely perfect and exactly what we needed. Indeed, it was. We had Liverpool in the FA Cup final last year. West Brom beat Spurs. Hello. So it's ourselves, Liverpool, Manchester United and West Brom in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. We played Liverpool in the final last year. Hopefully we get the chance to avoid them in the semis this year. We have West Brom at Wembley in an FA Cup semi-final. That's very much a winnable game. We could go all the way back to Wembley and win ourselves the FA Cup again. Richarlison, prove you're the right man for the job. I just dropped you for one game, mate. Don't worry, you'll get the chance. And you'll note there as well, Richarlison is now 90 rated. He is now 90 rated. Prize money of £800,000. Right, that'll go a long way. Pay the squad's wages for a week, if that. Right, a quick sim. Actually, I'll just sim training. We don't need to worry about that. Right, into the next game against AC Milan. We can just sim this and comfortably, hopefully, get ourselves through to the next round with I'll start a stronger team than we did against Bournemouth, and then we can go and play Aston Villa in the Premier League next. Captaincy we're not worried about, international duty we're not worried about, and then we can get ourselves 2 further wins in the 2 further games. I'll go to the press conference, but I'll probably just cut straight to the game. AC Milan starting a side that is pretty identical to the first leg, other than they have Neumann Perez at centre-back alongside Caldara. That's the only change that I could make out from the previous game. Oh, off the woodwork, and then a great second attempt that's well saved by Donnarumma. Very nearly 1-0 to us early doors here. Calvert-Lewin hit the woodwork in the San Siro as well, didn't he? With a good save from Donnarumma. Don't know whether he actually tipped that onto the woodwork in the first instance. Kind of hard to tell, really, isn't it, when it's just circles and squares. But, oh, square it, square it, square it. Too late, Dominic. Too late. The opportunity was there. He's not taken it. Can James work a chance? No, offside. Well, we could have been 1-0 up and 4-0 up, but we're not. We're 0-0 and 3-0. Richarlison's in. Richarlison scores. That's 4-0 on aggregate, as if we weren't already guaranteed to go through after a poor first half from both sides, to be fair. We certainly are going to go through now. Not that it ever really was in question, was it? Not after that first leg. Well played. James is in. James is in. Not to worry. Zaha's in. James is in. Richarlison's in. Tell you what, Donnarumma is putting in a good audition here, because there have been some people calling for me to sign Gianluigi Donnarumma and replace Jordan Pickford as #1 keeper, despite the fact that he's still growing. Some of you feel that Pickford isn't good enough still. I'm still pretty confident that Pickford is good enough, but if that rhetoric or that storyline continues in the comment section in the next transfer window, I will consider signing someone like Gianluigi Donnarumma to start in goal, but certainly I think we should prioritise outfield. Donnarumma hasn't been able to stop us from scoring a second here. Of the two, Jordan Pickford is the one with 2 clean sheets so far. Although Donnarumma has certainly impressed in these 2 games. But with 15 minutes to go, it's very one-sided. Oh, it's a lovely ball through. And it's a third. On the counter-attack in the played game, on the counter-attack in the simmed game, AC Milan just don't have their defensive line in order. 3 goals in one game, 3 goals in the other, and through to the next round. Final whistle goes! Solid game of football, lads. Well done. We could face Atletico Madrid in the next round. I don't know what the first leg was between Roma and Ghent, but Ghent might have just knocked AS Roma out. That they have! Ghent knock Roma out of the Europa League. Wow. Leverkusen win an aggregate against Slavia Prague. Atletico Madrid are through an aggregate, although they actually drew the first leg back in Spain. We dominate AC Milan. Dortmund batter Borussia Mönchengladbach in the battle of the Borussias. Sevilla are through. RZ are through. And Villarreal are through with a 2-1 win away from home against Valencia. So who will face in the next round, I'm not sure. When that next round will be, I'm not sure. But we are going to head straight into this game against AC Milan. Aston Villa. And try and get ourselves close to that top 4 spot. We could be, if we win this game, a point outside the top 4. We're a point outside the top 3, although Arsenal also have a game in hand. Man United have Brentford. They should win that. We have Villa. We should win that. I'm not sure who Arsenal have, actually. But they're both above us. Wolves and Arsenal on 58. Man United on 55. Can go to 58 with a win. 54 to 57. We could be just a point outside the top 4 by the end of play today. Let's ensure we're a point... Iwobi, has he grown again? He's up to 85. Iwobi doing really well. He's unhappy with his contract as well. £55,000. Let me know in the comments section at the end of this season, so I can at least allow myself the time to upload the videos and then come back to it before the end of the year. Should I go around and offer new contracts to people that are unhappy with their contract? Or just offer contracts to people that we feel deserve new contracts that have performed well? Do let me know. £1.1 million added to the transfer budget. Let's have a look, see who we've got in the Europa League. It's Sevilla. Busy month of April. That certainly will be split into 2. And then May should be pretty straightforward. Right. Well, hopefully it won't be straightforward because we'll have more Europa League games to play. But we'll wait and see. Right, Aston Villa away next. Third and final played game of the day. Right, Aston Villa's 11 then. In goal for them, Kalinic on this occasion. Matty Cash, Nunez, Tyrone Mings and Neil Taylor at the back. Suat Serdar, Danny Garcia and Cointra. Alfredo Morelos out wide, actually, with Ollie Watkins through the middle. And Mahmoud Trezeguet out wide left. It has always been Emi Martinez that's been in goal for them against us in previous games for Aston Villa. We'll wait and see what the new keeper's like. Hopefully not so good that he stops us from scoring. We've been in great goal-scoring form today. Let's keep that going. Nice lofted pass by Matty Cash to Suat Serdar. He turns well, but Gabama intercepts. Zaha, give and go, give and go. Where's the go? Come on, Wilf. There we go. Matty Cash is quick, but he can't deal with that. Inside to James. Look at Richarlison making that move. Play the ball before he's offside. Bury it first time. A wonderful start to life at Villa Park for us. Or an afternoon at Villa Park at the very least. No life here, but it's 1-0 Everton. Let's go! Cash to Suat Serdar. Ollie Watkins has Morelos out wide left to use. I was trying to actually get him to play that pass, to be fair, because I'd rather the ball was out wide than central. In here to Cointra, Ollie Watkins, back to Suat Serdar. Could shoot here. I've got so many defenders back. It's no wonder they can't find a way through. That's a lovely touch out to Mahmoud Trezeguet. Oh, and he's done me with the little La Croqueta, and I get lucky with the rebound that falls kindly to Jordan Pickford. They were in a great position there, Aston Villa. Unfortunately for them, not quite able to get the effort in properly on goal. That's a terrible pass as I'm trying to clear. Man United go 1-0 up against Brentford, so looks like we'll be staying in 6th, but we will be very close to the top 4 if everything stays as is. Did briefly open up for Ollie Watkins there, but he didn't sprint through the gap. Suat Serdar, does find Ollie Watkins, who's in. He's done me with that turn. Finds Mahmoud Trezeguet, who still doesn't have his goal. Playing really well here, Aston Villa, causing me all sorts of problems. But so far, Pickford stands firm. That clean sheet is intact for the time being. Whilst we have been scoring quite a few today, we have also been conceding quite a few as well, outside of the Europa League. And Aston Villa have themselves that equaliser. And it's Ollie Watkins, the man through the middle, that's buried it. Played onside by a defender that was coming back off the post, I think. No, he drifted out wide. He might actually still have been playing him onside when the ball came through. In the Kazoo Derby, as both teams are sponsored by that firm, it's 1-1. Lovely through ball by Serdar, looking for Alfredo Morelos. They could be in here, Villa, and have to do well to deal with this. Gabaman has done well to deal with that. He's quite the physical player, Alfredo Morelos, in career mode, or on FIFA in general. I don't know what he's like in real life too much. I can't say as I pay much attention to the SPL. Sorry, Scottish football fans. But James could be in here. He's not going to have much pace. but it is on that left foot. I forced him a little bit too far wide, though. I find a teammate, perhaps with a ball. No is the answer. That is a woeful cross from Hammers. We expect much better of that from him, and I'll need much better than that in the second half if we're to get a win here. Win that header. Well up. Ollie Watkins is quite tall, so he's done well to win that header. Allen in there to Richarlison. James makes the move. Can I slot him in? We can. I'm going to need to look for a teammate. That teammate could be Richarlison. Tyrone Mings defends it well. We'll have a corner. Half an hour to play. They're making a change. Mahmoud Trezeguet off. Is that Bertrand Traoré coming on? It might well be. Oh, corner's delivered well. Yeah, it was Bertrand Traoré because he's underneath that immediately. That's an instant impact for him. Oh, come on. Half an hour to go. We've got to get a victory in this game. We can't go and beat Manchester United and then drop points against Aston Villa. It's just absolutely unacceptable. It would be typical Ches and typical of our season, but Calvert-Lewin comes very close to giving us the lead that we're so desperate for, but it's a good save by Kalinic. Brentford have equalised against Manchester United. That's huge for us with the scenario as it is here at Villa Park. Bertrand Traoré has absolutely done me there, but thankfully Gabama is in the way. We'll use Pickford and just work it around nicely. If Brentford can hold on to a point at Griffin Park against Manchester United, that'd be absolutely huge. Obviously, Arsenal still do have the game in hand, and we do have Wolves to contend with too. But poke that across there, actually, and I could maybe squeeze James in. Wilf is there out wide. Did have the option of Dini around the outside. We'll stand it up towards the back post. Oh, Dominic Calvert-Lewin was waiting. I'm making a couple of changes now. Alex Iwobi is coming on, as is Ismail Assar, and Zaha actually is going off. Luca Digne will deliver the corner to a dangerous area on the edge of the 6-yard box. Keeper's calm and punched well. Who's going to win this foot race? Tom Davies will get to the ball first. Back to Allen to work it forward again. Gabaman, space there for Richarlison. Spin, get in behind. Matty Cash has his number. 15 to go. Oh, Manchester United have gone 2-1 up against Brentford. That didn't last long, did it? I desperately need to get myself a second goal here against Aston Villa. Otherwise, it's going to be another wasted opportunity to close the gap on those in front of us. Look how defensive Villa are now. All those numbers in the middle there. Calvert-Lewin looking for Richarlison. Can he get the better of one defender on the other side? He couldn't earlier on. He's done well. Inside, Iwobi. Sai going backwards, waiting to make a run in behind. Oh, I feel like I'm up against the brick wall here. Calvert-Lewin out of his feet. Bury that, Dominic. Ah, saved by Kalinic. It's well done. And there's only 6 minutes to go now. Time ticking away as we're stuck on the edge of the Villa box for the majority of this game. Oh, Kalinic, the keeper, gets to that again first. And Bertrand Traoré. No, it's Morelos underneath it for Villa. I need them to give possession away, and I need to have another chance because otherwise it is going to be a wasted opportunity to close the gap on those above us. Oh, Richarlison wins that back. It would be huge if we get a goal now. Iwobi to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Iwobi's there again. Alex Iwobi. Turn and back. Tom Davies. Yes! The Everton boy! 2-1 at Villa Park. The Villa players are on the floor, collapsed in disappointment. Oh, huge goal! We had a massive win against Manchester United that might be the most important win this season. That might be the most important goal this season. With United getting a victory against Brentford, we imagine. Trying to take advantage of that game in hand on Wolves above us. Massive, massive victory. Oh, Tom Davies, you have saved my backside there. That's a huge result. So desperate for the victory here at Villa Park, and we will get it. Ref, please do me a favour. Come on. Yes! Oh! Tom Davies to the rescue! The very last action of the episode is arguably the biggest moment entirely. Huge result. Huge result! Man United do beat Brentford. We have to hope that Arsenal drop points in their game in hand as well. We've such a busy month of April. Arsenal haven't played that game yet. We won't advance far enough for that to be played. We've got international break now before our game against Leeds to start tomorrow. Leeds, Sevilla, Palace, Sevilla, Forest, Fulham, West Brom, Chelsea. Big, big month in April, which we will split into two. Oh, but we are a point outside the top four as things stand, regardless of Arsenal's result. We are right in the hunt. All three of us on 58 points. Wolves, Manchester United. Sorry, we're on 57. Then the three above us on 58 points. Liverpool still running away with the league title. Have a game in hand as well. That Premier League win is going to be so tough to get. But we're having a solid season here in the Premier League. And fingers crossed in the next couple of episodes we can really get ourselves into that top 4. Huge result to get that final winner against Aston Villa. Oh, God, you can't underestimate how massive that is for our entire season. On such moments, seasons are made and lost, and that might well make our season. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. I think that Tom Davies last gasp winner deserves a like, if you ask me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, of course, although I imagine if you're 30 to 40 minutes into this video, you're already subbed. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let's hope for the same level of drama and success in tomorrow's video as well. I'll see you then.